Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. I want to just first say that to the author, and both authors actually, that I know your heart. I know that you're working really hard to try to get something that the Assembly member and I have been working on. She's been working a decade. I've only been here 9 years, and I've been working on this as well. So I want to just, I'm not going to support the bill today, and I want to lay out some reasons why I don't believe we're going to get where we want to go. And I know that when the senator had her bill up, I talked about some of those same reasons. First off, I want to share that adding money to the pot isn't always going to solve the problem. And I know that this bill is going to put a lot of resources in. But what we really need to do is we need to take a look at California's map of who's being served by private companies and who's not being served. And I know that the Senator Caballero's bill, we talked about some of that. And some of the challenges that we have are that the private side, obviously they're going to support if amended, but in the time I've been here, only one company has used the CASA funds to actually extend out, and that was only because they were forced to in an acquisition to supply services. So what we have is we have a car in California, it's broadband, with no wheels on it. We can't get where we want to go. But we continue to put gas in it and add more gas, but it's not moving. We have $7 billion in the budget, potential $7 billion that's going to be supposedly used for the middle mile. So that's like a freeway with no on-ramps or off-ramps. We can't get where we want to go. So for me, the frustration is that we need to sit down and we need to say to where do we have places that we don't have service? And I have a lot of those places. And we need to say to the private utility, you're going to help us get where we want to go. In this case, they won't take the CASA funds, they don't use. And the history will show us that. We're going to spend the money again, and we're not going to get where we want to go. Until we put the utilities, that's Comcast, AT&T, Verizon, all those people, along with the regulator, which is the PUC, Public Utilities Commission, and the legislator in a room and figure out how we're going to actually deliver these services in a cost-effective way. We're going to continue to be doing the same thing that we've been doing for the last 9 years, which is putting money in the system and not getting deliverables out the other end. So this is 2 of the 4 bills now put together. There was 2 other bills. There's another bill coming up today on broadband. So we've had 4 bills through the legislature, 2 out of the Assembly, 2 out of the Senate. I will not be supporting any of them. We're going to be until we sit down and actually do the right thing, which is get good policy and basically get the utilities to do what they should do. Now I'm going to give you another example, which you've all heard, that AT&T has a giant 6-lane freeway going right up my district of broadband, and I cannot tap into it because they choose not to because they can't make enough money there. These CASA funds could help put the money in the pot to get that services to my schools, to my libraries, to our businesses, but they choose not to use it. And that goes for all the utilities. I'm not just picking on one. They all do it because they're profit centers. This money should be helping us get there, but if they never tap into it, we won't get there. Somehow, we have to force them to be at the table that says, we're going to get these services without having to build a complete new network around them to get there. There's not enough money in the state to ever get there. So for those reasons, I want to say again, I respect both the authors. I know their heart. I know they're trying to do the right thing, but this isn't going to get what we want, in my opinion. Thank you, Mr. Chair.